Good morning, children. How are you all? Very fine. Welcome back to session 12, 8th class English, session 12. In this session, we shall learn two grammar items. Which are given in second unit. These two grammar items are: first grammar item is framing yes/no questions. When a statement is given, at the end of the statement or after statement, you have to prepare a question, frame a question to get the answer which begins with yes or no. They are called framing yes or no questions. So first we shall learn this, how to frame yes or no questions. What are the rules for framing yes or no questions? After this we will learn one more grammar item. That is framing question tags. Here I have written question tags. This also I will explain. First we shall learn how to frame yes no questions. First you should know what are called statements. Statements are some facts. It may be true or false, but they are facts. Now, what are the rules? Here the first rule is change the position of the helping verb and the subject. Position of the helping verb and the subject we have to interchange. So the example here, Raju is a singer. In this sentence, what is the subject? What is the subject in the sentence? Raju is a singer. Yes, Raju is the subject. And what is the verb? What is the verb in the sentence? Is. This is the verb. It's actually helping verb or auxiliary verb. Raju is a singer. This is a statement. And to know whether Raju is a singer or not, we have to ask a question. Frame a question. So the rule is change the position of the helping verb and the subject. Raju is the subject and is the helping verb. These two positions you have to change. Interchange the position. So begin the question with helping verb. Helping verb is. Is Raju a singer? Is Raju a singer? That is how we should frame the question. Interchanging the position of subject and helping verb. I'll give you another statement. Delhi is the capital of India. Now, Delhi is the subject, is the helping verb. How to frame question? Yes, no question. Bring the helping verb first. Is Delhi the capital city of India? So begin your question with the helping verb. Very simple. Bring the helping verb first in the beginning of the statement. Place it before the noun. Raju is the singer. Raju is the noun of the subject and is his helping verb. So start with helping verb and Raju is the subject. Is Raju a singer? So that is the first rule. Change the position of helping verb. Have you understood the first rule for framing questions? Yes, no questions? Good. Now, one more example. Children will come here. What is children in this sentence? This is the subject because the sentence speaks about children. sentence speaks about children. So children is the subject. What is will? Helping verb. What is the main verb in the sentence? Come. Come is the main verb. So what is the rule now for making into a question? Yes, no question. Bring the helping verb and place it before the subject. So will children come here? Helping verb, subject. Helping verb, subject. Will children, helping verb and subject. Begin with helping verb. Will children come here? That's how you should frame yes, no question. Now, so have you understood the first rule? Change the position of subject and let me say change the position of subject and the helping verb. What are the helping verbs? Is, was, were, have, has, had, can, will, shall, could. All these are called helping verbs which are placed before verbs. Good. Now we shall move on to the second rule. Look here. Read this. If there are more verbs, change the subject and the first verb. Change the position of the subject. Change the position. Change the position of the subject and the first verb only, not the second verb. In some sentences there can be two verbs. In that case, we should change the position of the first verb and the subject only. In this sentence, these examples, we have only one verb, one helping verb and one main verb. Now look at this example. Sindhu is eating biscuits. Sindhu is eating biscuits. Now, how to frame a question? Is Sindhu eating biscuits? Bring this helping verb again in the first, at the beginning. Place it before the subject. Is Sindhu eating biscuits? Because this is helping verb. Sindhu is the subject. And we have one more verb here, eating. Eating also is a verb. Eating also is a verb. But we have to change only the position of helping verb here, not the second verb, not the main verb. Is Sindhu eating biscuits? Look at another example. Aparna has bought a car. Aparna has bought a car. What is the subject here? Aparna. Aparna is the subject. What is the verb? Has. This is helping verb. Is there any other verb in this sentence? Yes. There is one more verb, that is bought. This is also verb, main verb. So what is the rule? We have to change the first verb and the subject. Position of the first verb and the subject. Has, Aparna. What is the first verb here? Has or bought? Which is the first verb? Has. Has is the first verb. So these two positions you have to change. First subject and first verb. So begin with first verb. Has, subject, Aparna. Has Aparna bought a car? Has Aparna bought a car? This is the second rule for framing questions from statements. If there are two verbs, you need to change the position of the first verb and the subject and not the second verb. Have you understood? Yes. Now, there is one more rule, third rule. Read this sentence. If the verb is not a helping verb, the verb is not a helping verb. For example, is, it is helping verb. Will, this is also helping verb. Is helping verb. Has, also a helping verb. But in many sentences you get only the main verb and not the helping verb and not the auxiliary verb. In such cases, how to frame yes no questions? If the verb is not a helping verb, add do. at the beginning of a sentence. The sentence is in present tense. If the sentence is in present tense, I mean if the verb is in the present tense, you need to start your question sentence with the word do. What is the rule? If the main verb is in present tense, there is no helping verb, only main verb, and if it is in present tense, you should start your question by the word using the word do. Okay, add do at the beginning of the sentence. Look at this example. They live in that house. They live. This is the main verb. Live is the main verb. They live in that house. There is no helping verb here. And the word live is in present tense. Verb 1. Verb 1. Present tense. So in such cases, you begin your question sentence with the word do. See the question now. Do they live in that house? Do they live? So we have started with do. Do they live in that house? Understood now? Listen once again. If there is no helping verb but only the main verb, and if the main verb happen to be in the present tense, verb 1, for framing questions, we have to use the word do. We have to use the word do. They live in that house. Do they live in that house? That is the question. Yes, they live in that house. No, they do not live in that house. Yes or no answers. And does, if the main verb is third person singular. Do you know what is third person singular? See the example. Adding yes to the verb. Adding yes to the verb. Subject is third person singular. Balaji. This is third person singular. He, she, it. He, she, it. Or any singular name. For example, Balaji. So if it is third person singular, what we should do? We should add does, or we should begin the question with the word does, because the subject is third person singular and S is added to the main verb. Balaji drives a car. Drives, this S is added. In such cases, we should begin the question with does. Does Balaji drive a car? Here we should not use yes again. Instead of adding yes to the verb in the question, we are adding es to the helping verb. We are adding es to the helping verb. Does Balaji drive? We should not say drives again. Here it is drives. But when you start with does, it is drive and not drives. We should not add s here in the question. We should add es to do. We have to add es to do, it becomes does. Does Balaji drive a car? Because the sentence third person singular. Subject is third person singular. Okay. Now one more rule. If the verb is in the past tense, now in these two examples, verb is in the present tense. Do is present tense, and for example, live is present tense, and drives also present tense. Live is present tense, and we begin the question do. Drives is present tense, and it is third person singular, so we begin the question with does. Now, if the subject, if the verb happen to be in the past tense, how to frame yes no question? If the verb is in the past tense, look here, we should use did. We should use the helping verb did in our question. Example, Kamala played tennis. Played is the main verb and the verb is in the past tense. Verb 2. This is verb 2 past tense. Kamala played. Main verb is in past tense. In such cases, we should begin the question with the word did. Did Kamala play tennis? Again, we should not repeat played. If we say here played, one past tense, this This also played is past tense. Two past tenses cannot be used in one sentence. Two past tenses cannot use in the same sentence. If we said did Kamala played, it is wrong. We should say did Kamala play tennis? Did Kamala play tennis? That's how we should frame yes no questions. There are simple rules. The first rule is change the position of subject and helping verb. Change the position of subject and helping verb. Begin the question with helping verb. If there are two or more verbs, we have to change the position of the first verb and helping verb. First subject and first verb. Sorry, subject and first verb. Like here, is Sindhu eating biscuits? And has, because has bought, both are verbs. We have to change the first helping verb and subject only. Interchange these two, helping verb and or the first verb and subject. And the third rule is if the verb is not a helping verb, it is main verb. If the verb is in present tense, in the question we should begin with do. And if the subject is third person singular, we should begin with does. If the verb is in the past tense, we should begin the question with the word did. Have you understood how to frame yes no questions? Good children. Now one more small grammar item we shall learn, and after that I will give you time. Next grammar item is adding question tags. Generally in the examination also you will be given such questions. You are given a statement, and at the end of the statement you are asked to write question tag. Do you know what is a question tag? A question tag is a shortened question. Question tag is a shortened question, short form of a question. See, now question tag, question tag consists of two parts. A question tag consists of how many parts? Two. The first part is the statement. Statement or the main sentence you can say. It is a statement. And the second part is shortened yes no question. Shortened yes no question. These two parts are separated by a comma. That means after statement we should put a comma, and after question tag we should put question mark. After statement a comma, and after question tag question mark. Okay. Now what are the rules and how to change? You see, when the main sentence is positive, the tag is negative. I'll give an example. Kamala is a good singer. Now, first find out what type of statement it is. Positive or negative? Or is it positive or negative? Tell me. It is positive statement. How to write a question tag? If the statement is positive, then the question tag should be negative. One should be positive, another should be negative. Kamala is a good singer. The question tag is isn't she, separated by comma, isn't she. Same word continues in question tag also. Same word continues in question tag, isn't she, question mark. If the statement is negative, in such case question tag will become positive. See the example. This is the statement. Ramesh is not a good boy. This is what negative statement, because we are using the word no or not. No or not is a negative statement. How to frame question tag? is he. Is he. The verb, helping verb is. Same helping verb continues here. Same. The noun will become pronoun in question tag. Remember, noun will become pronoun in question tag. The verb remains same. Verb does not change in question tag. Only positive statements should have negative question tags. Negative statements should have positive question tags. This is very important. Okay, children, learn these things and make use of your time at home. Stay at home and keep learning. Keep yourself safe. All the best. Good luck.